Hey, everybody, welcome to episode 7 of Community Radio here on WRBP, the radio station that's not a real radio station and just happens to be now a series of videos on YouTube. I guess you can call 2 videos a series. Paul, you probably know that, but I'll put my name on anything, right? I'm glad that you're here to listen and watch this show today. We've got some great songs lined up. For those who are uninitiated or watching for the first time, community radio is a one of the things that the Riley Brothers Parties forum is used for. Each Sunday, I post a new theme on the forum and then create a collaborative Spotify playlist. People can, during the week, add one song to the playlist that fits that theme in whatever way they feel makes the most sense. And then I record a show. Definitely a little technologically challenging because I don't have any of the copyrights or permissions or any of that stuff to actually play the songs during this show. So in the description, there's a link to the Spotify playlist itself. So as I introduce the song, have that Spotify playlist pulled up, play the song, and then it should work out that after that song ends, I'll come back on and talk a little bit and then introduce the next song and we'll go. So just keep an eye on pausing your Spotify playlist. This is what we're going to do for the next few weeks until I figure out an even better way to do it. So hopefully it's functional for you. I think a lot of people, well, quite a few people watched last week, which is great. So yeah, glad you're here. So on this day, October 11th, way back in 1767, the surveying for the Mason-Dixon line was completed. So the theme for this week is division, and we have a lot of different songs inspired by that theme for today's show. So yeah, we'll just dive into it. The first one up is from Fiona Apple's new album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. James H. Chose this song. Do people care if I use your last names on this? I don't know. I better err on the side of anonymity, relative anonymity. Although anyone can register for the forum, which you can do at RileyBrothers.party. So check that out. But we're going to play this first song. It's, again, off of Fiona Apple's new album, Fetch the Bolt Cutters. This is Relay on Community Radio, WRBP. Cool. That was Fiona Apple with Relay. Uh, yeah, great pick, James. I haven't checked out the album. He's been raving about it for a long time. So you should check it out. Let me know how it is. And if there's a critical mass, then I'll finally get on board. Hope you all are doing well this Sunday, October 11th. It's weird to have like coming and doing breaks between songs when it's like there's no live functionality. Kind of doesn't make sense. Although I am feeling like I should do some PSAs. Back when I was a college DJ, you had to do a live PSA, a recorded one. You had to talk about the news, like a campus announcement. I'm just talking out loud here. Like I feel like I should start making some up. But now that I've said that, it's not interesting. Like it's not going to be funny. And the other thing is like I'm recording these videos. It's not like live. Like I could edit this and you wouldn't know that I said that. But here we are. Also, you know what is great about radio? Dead air. Just being quiet. Like don't talk for 2 minutes and you'll be fine. This week's theme is division. And this is my dividing line between that song and the next one, which is chosen by Kellyanne. We're going to get into a little ska here, which, again, close to my heart. If a song could appear on a Warped Tour compilation, you know it's going to worm its way into my psyche. So this is from their 2016 album, Say It Out Loud. Check out Divide Us on WRBP Community Radio. Said it before, I'll say it again. Can't beat a good ska band. That was the Interrupters with Divide Us. Had to double check. Not on my A game yet. It's kind of a interesting weekend, I guess. The it's just I think every weekend in 2020 has been interesting in the most horrific and soul crushing of ways. Uh, no, it's just a wild time. Um, you all know that, right? We're all living through this nightmare, and I think is a fair way to describe it. I think there are a lot of good things that are going on, but um, a lot of opportunities for division. And I think a lot, like I said at the start, a lot of people went in different directions with these. With the song choices, right? Was a little bit about, well, as he put it, a reflection on what we become, what we perpetuate when we allow hate and division to spoil our treatment of others. And Kellyanne's is more of this rallying cry for people to unite. I think that's a really powerful thing. The song I wanted to choose was originally part of the Hedwig and the Angry Inch soundtrack. I first saw the show in 2003. I wrote a little bit about this on the forum, so you can check it out there, or just continue to listen to this episode. I wanted to play Tear Me Down. When I saw it performed, and I got a recorded, purchase a CD after the show of the cast recording. This is really like fast tempo song about the main character Hedwig being this dividing line, like the Berlin Wall. For those of you who don't know, Hedwig and the Angry Inch is about a East German boy who is longing to get out of uh, where they are in the world and find their other half. Has an opportunity to do so, but the sex operation that they undergo is botched, and hence the Angry Inch. It is a great rock musical. I'm not a big fan of musicals, but if it's rock, like Jesus Christ Superstar, Hedwig and the Angry Inch, I think it's worth checking out. Making a long story longer, Tear Me Down on that cast recording is great. It's fast, it's energizing, it's powerful in a way. And I can only play songs that are on Spotify, or at least add a song to the Spotify playlist. And apparently, the City Theater cast recording from 2003 is not on this year platform, and the Broadway and movie versions are dreadfully slow. They're boring. It's a little harsh, maybe, but I decided to go in an entirely different direction and pick a song that jumped out when I typed in the word line into my iTunes, which is Thin Line Between Love and Hate, is done by the Pretenders. You might know it, or if you're me in 2004, as the inspiration for the Whack Donalds, or Whack Arnold's, right? The sketch from Chappelle's show. One of his neighbors parodying the song about hammers. You think I'd be better? Maybe I should do some like warm up activities to like get my head in the game. This is what it was like for 4 years at Elmira College, by the way. Like I've recorded all of my shows. It's just this. Except people are like, there's no one looking at me from outside the campus center. Like, it's just a wall here. So, a little different. Anyway, here's the Pretenders with Thin Line Between Love and Hate on WRBP Community Radio. Awesome. That was The Pretenders with Thin Line Between Love and Hate from their classic album Learning to Crawl, which has some of my favorite songs on it. Well, I would just say Back on the Chain Gang, exquisite. It's just an outstanding song. And Christine Hind, fantastic. Um, Another mind trick for me, I was talking about a Chappelle Show skit earlier. They introduced that song. When I realized that the Rush Limbaugh theme song was stolen from the Pretenders, it's just another nice little knife in the heart of decency and justice. Anyway, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? There's room, down there for him. What do I mean? The trick is not to say everything, but the trick is also to keep the show moving. And here we are. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hopefully this is entertaining in some way to you, but I definitely enjoy it, and I appreciate that we've got a few more songs today. Always good to hear new selections, new artists. The next three, honestly, are artists I don't really know well. Two of them I've never heard of before. Their songs are added to the playlist. So you can also jump in on the fun. Check out RileyBrothers.party. Go to the forum. If you're not already a member, register. There's in the community space section. You'll see the WRBP topic where you can see the latest post. At the end of this show, I'll announce the theme for next week's episode. So definitely keep it tuned to this YouTube video. But yeah, so we're doing this for a few weeks now. I'm definitely enjoying it. I think it's been a fun thing for people to do. And again, to discover new music, that was one of my main goals with this, and it's definitely been just a lot of discoveries for me, which is cool. So we're going to this next song, which is from a Boston-based bluegrass group named Twisted Pine. This song is a little bit more about like interpersonal boundaries, the idea of, having some emotional division, right? Creating some boundaries there. So thanks to Chloe for adding this. The song is called Don't Come Over Tonight from Twisted Pine off of their album Right Now. Here you go with Don't Come Over Tonight on WRBP Community Radio. Awesome. And that was Twisted Pine with the song Don't Come Over Tonight. Uh, yeah, a lot of different song styles this week. I love that. A lot of different interpretations of the theme. That's awesome. So hopefully this has been an enjoyable show for you so far. I continue to learn about online video, editing, all of that stuff. It's just a great journey. I recognize that my audio isn't 100%, so I'm going to try to hook up a microphone for next week's episode. But if you have any feedback, I'd love to hear it. Any suggestions, ideas. You want to have your own show on WRBP? I'm open to it. Let's do whatever we want. Some spaces you should definitely check out. Again, the website, RileyBrothers.party. And the forum there is a really great space. There's a lot of different sections, a kind of dormant social justice space. Definitely some sections on the actual parties we throw. And the next one coming up is the housewarming harvest the weekend of October 23rd, 24th, 25th. So that's coming up just about 2 weeks from yesterday. So get ready for that. We'll have some virtual elements Friday and Sunday and Saturday as well. We have a few more openings if people want to come by. We are definitely trying to keep it into small groups, both because that's the legal requirement and two, because we don't want to have a lot of people over in this space, given that there's a national pandemic going on. So you're more than welcome to come by. Just check out the website for details and information. And if you would rather stay home or you don't want to travel up to Massachusetts, you can join virtually for sure. So yeah, hopefully that's fun. And then we also have a Discord chat, which has really taken off. So check that out as well. There's a link again in the forum. It's the best place to go for all your Riley Brothers party needs. So great. So we're going to get into another song kind of about the social criticism angle. There's actually a good quote. Jamie picked this song and put a link to the translation of the lyrics. Anna Tijoux is a Chilean French-Chilean musician. And this song is called Shock, released in 2011. And the quote here is, talks a lot about how Chile has been a laboratory for neoliberalism and how everything has been privatized. I could see my country and how what's happening with education has to do with it. It's not different. It's all in the same package. So Jamie writes a little bit more about the song itself as a criticism of capitalism and patriarchy and racism and all these things that help to divide us. And I think this might be the first song we've had in the past few weeks that is in another language other than English. So that is pretty cool. I'm really excited that this is, generating so many ideas. It's definitely a broad theme division. It's not something like video games. Although James did come up with a pretty good selection for that playlist, When Worlds Collide by Powerman 5000, which we all know, classic from the Tony Hawk Pro Skater games. But yeah, I'm really excited to be playing this artist and this song, so check it out. This is Shock from Anna Tijoux on Community Radio, WRBP. Gang, this is great. Great, great, great. That was Shock from Anna Tijoux off their album La Bala. Yeah, great find, Jamie. Thanks for sharing that. Um, yeah, so I'm just gonna roll right into the next song. This is our last song of the week, but definitely come back or stay tuned for after this song. I'll announce the theme for episode 8, which will air next week. So get ready for that. But we're gonna go right into a selection from Mon Frere, James, from Gil Scott Heron, off of The Revolution. I should have clicked this before. The Revolution Begins, the Flying Dutchman Masters. This is Whitey on the Moon on Community Radio WRBP. Check it out. What a great way to end this week. Thanks, James. That was Whitey on the Moon from Gil Scott Heron. Uh, yeah, thanks, James. Um, yeah, so that's this week's show. Appreciate everybody for sharing some music. Appreciate you for watching and listening to this episode and checking out the Spotify playlist. The benefit of the playlist is that you can listen to these songs anytime in their own delightful way on Spotify. So, although I will say, right, Spotify, garbage platform, doesn't pay its artists enough. So if you like any of these songs a lot, please check it out. A way to pay the artist directly or their estate if they are deceased, but try to get money to the performers and artists themselves, as it's important that people in the arts have are paid what they deserve. So yeah, that's this week's show was again themed on Division. Next week, October 18th, in recognition of the founding of the British Broadcast Company, the original version of the British Broadcasting Corporation, aka the BBC, and the announcement from Texas Instruments of the launch of the first commercially available, I think, transistor radio, the Regency TR1. We're going to get real meta next week on episode 8. The theme is going to be radio. I'm pretty excited. There are a lot of great songs about radio. I'm looking forward to whatever you pick. And don't worry, I know it's October. I know we need a certain theme before the end of this month. So don't worry. But next week, episode 8 will be radio. So check it out on the forum. And definitely share your song in the playlist and come back next week and enjoy the show. In the meantime, take care of yourselves this week. Try to do what you can to bridge those divides and cross the line and connect with other people. It's the only way we're going to get through this. Not the only way, but it's a pretty important component of it. So, love you all. Take care. Be good. Be safe. Don't get caught. And we'll see you back next week for Community Radio on WRBP.